Today, we'll delve into a fascinating and often controversial aspect of the investment world, the apparent hypocrisy of major financial institutions and influential figures. Throughout this lecture, we'll explore how some of the most prominent skeptics of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have dramatically changed their stance over the years. We will also look at certain scenarios in the stock market. So why is this important? As investors and enthusiasts in the cryptocurrency space, understanding the dynamics behind these public U-turns can provide us with a valuable insight into market sentiment, investor strategies, and the underlying motivations driving these changes. Many of you might recall instances where renowned financial experts dismissed cryptocurrencies as a fad, only to later embrace them. We'll dissect these moments, not just to highlight these hypocrisy, but also to understand the broader implication for the market and investors. In September 2017, Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Chase, made headlines by calling Bitcoin a fraud and even threatened to fire employees trading in Bitcoin. However, an intriguing turn of events followed. Despite Dimon's harsh public criticism, it was reported that JP Chase made a substantial purchase of Bitcoin fund in Europe during that same period.
On September 12th, Jamie Dimon says Bitcoin is a fraud. He says he'll fire any one of his traders buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin drops 24%. When Jamie Dimon speaks, people listen. So that weekend, we found out that the largest buyer of a Bitcoin fund that's in Europe that buys physical Bitcoin, right? The largest buyer was Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan. And that's not illegal.
He says it's a fraud.
It says he'll fire anyone that buys it. Yes.
And at the same time, his company is buying it.
His company is buying it.
It's just, so unethical.
Right.
To add to this complex narrative, JP Chase itself has faced allegations and charges related to the market manipulation, such as the $920 million fine for manipulating precious metals and US treasuries. In January 2018, Soros described Bitcoin as a typical bubble when he addressed the World Economic Forum in Davos. However, he added exposure to some crypto companies 2 months later. Another remarkable instance of market influence occurred with Bill Ackman during the COVID-19 pandemic. In a highly emotional interview on CNBC, Ackman expressed a grave concern about the pandemic impact, suggesting that Hilton stock could go to zero. The statement, made during a time of extreme market sensitivity, contributed to a market downturn. Ackman was shorting the market, netting a reported $2.6 billion. He later reinvested in companies like Hilton at lower prices, profiting from both the market fall and its subsequent recovery. Also, in 2020, several senators and representatives made a significant stock transactions around the time of private government briefings on the looming COVID-19 pandemic. These transactions raised concern about potential insider trading, as the trades occur when the public was largely unaware of the impending crisis and its potential impact on the market. Nancy Pelosi has long been a prominent figure in US politics, known for her influential role in legislative process. Trades made by Pelosi's husband, which have been often coincide with major policies announcements or legislative development. These trades have included stocks and options in big tech companies, raising questions about the potential for insider information or conflicts of interest. For instance, notable trades have been made in companies like Apple, Amazon, and Tesla, often before significant legislative decisions impacting these sectors were made public. These actions have led to a public outcry for transactions and stricter regulations on stock trading activities of government officials and their families. Her wealth has grown by over 140 million since she first became speaker in 2007. As we reach the end of our lecture, it's crucial to understand a fundamental truth in the financial world. Everyone is primarily looking out for their own interests. Recent revelations, such as the FTX lobbying efforts in Congress, highlighted the intricate interplay between personal gain and public influence in the crypto space. This brings us to an essential takeaway: the need for individual research and critical thinking. In a realm where influential figures and entities often have vested interests, it's vital not to fall follow advice blindly, regardless of the status or wealth of the advisor. Investing in cryptocurrencies or any financial instruments require more than just following market trends or public statements. It demands a deep understanding of the underlying technology, grasping how blockchain works, the specific use case of cryptocurrency, and the scalability of technologies are the key to making informed decisions. Moreover, knowing the team behind the cryptocurrency projects is equally important. Assessing their track record, expertise, and commitment can provide insights into the project's potential and longevity. Ultimately, the responsibility lies with each investor to conduct through due diligence. This involves scrutinizing the market, understanding regulatory landscapes, and evaluating the real-world utility of the investment. In a financial ecosystem rife with complexity and conflicts of interest, becoming an informed and critical thinker is your best defense. As you venture into investing, whether in cryptocurrency or traditional markets, arm yourself with knowledge, question narratives, and make decisions based on solid research and understanding, not just market sentiment or trends.